Architecture has this world-changing ability that we can literally turn fiction into fact. We can turn fantasy into concrete reality. 6 months ago when we had our first meeting with Hans Ulrich and Julia, we started coming up with ideas, and then we spent the next frantic half year desperately trying to turn this into reality. And today, for the first time, it's here, and now it's going to be part of Kensington Gardens for the next half year. For this year's Serpentine Pavilion, we tried to dig down into, I think, one aspect of our work, this idea of trying to create the extraordinary out of the ordinary. And in a way, in this case, we've taken something as simple as a brick wall, and then with a lot of identical frames, and then simply by pulling the frames apart, it creates this undulating cliff on one side, and then inside it opens up this cave-like canyon. The pavilion only consists of three things: the fiberglass frames, plus shaped aluminum profiles, and the big wooden boards. It's like sometimes things that you would say are mutually exclusive, and when you combine them, they create something new and interesting. These extruded frames, they're super light. The fiberglass makes the thickness of the material is between 9 and 3 millimeters. They get skinnier and skinnier towards the top. So when you actually look straight at the frames, the pavilion is completely immaterial. And the more oblique your angle becomes, the more solid it becomes. So actually inside you get this sort of interesting moire, where it goes from being completely opaque but translucent to being completely transparent, and suddenly you're looking straight into the park. So depending on where you see the pavilion from, both outside and inside, it really changes from being from a solid to a void. What architecture and what architects should really remember is to take human happiness very seriously, because the more sort of joyful and enjoyable we can create our environment, the more enjoyable it's going to be a human being.